Hi friends, so it's day 6 or 7 of my 3 things. I'm gonna one day have a sound that comes after that. I watched a video on taking a shot today, and it's on Evan Carmichael's YouTube channel, which if you're looking for inspiration or business ideas or how-tos, I don't know how long he's been doing this, but he has very easy to understand, straightforward, very clean videos on what famous people do and what really productive people do that's possibly different than what makes them different than the rest of society. And usually, of course, it's the mindset and their habits. So I watched that, and I just want to mention, this will be kind of short, but I just want to mention the 4 quotes, even though it's supposed to be my 3 things. There's 4 quotes that really struck a chord in me, and so I want to share them with you. So at the very beginning of the video, Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, he said, "In a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk you could take is not taking any risk at all." And that struck a nerve because I totally agree. That's part of the reason why I'm making these videos, is because this is really, 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 really vulnerable for me. Yeah, it's just very vulnerable to put myself out there and to make videos, and for my face not to look perfect all the time, and for what not I make myself not care about having to be perfect in order to get something done, which I know I'm never perfect, but it's that concept that really the critics in my head that I really need to shut up. And so I'm learning how to do that every day I post these videos. So but that struck a nerve because it is exactly what I'm doing right now. This is the experiment, is taking a risk. And then someone else said, no, I think he said, living with regret of what might have happened, of not knowing what might have happened, is worse than failure. And I've heard that very, very many times, but I felt like it applied very cleanly and pointedly to my time in Mary Kay. So I made a decision to change leadership in Mary Kay, and so I took a year off. And during that year, I actually evaluated, do I want to do this? Do I not want to keep doing this? I mean, it has been nice to not feel constant pressure from myself to meet all these deadlines that I put on myself. Like, that is not the company, that is me. And I don't know, I just put a lot of pressure on myself when I did Mary Kay before. And so I've taken this time to really think about, do I really want to do this? And I really do think I want to do it, but I think I do want to do it in a different way. But B, the other thing is that I still wasn't well enough to give it my best shot. And this past year I've gotten so much better. Like, my coping skills, I've learned so many more coping skills. My health has gotten better. My habits have gotten better. And so I'm a better version of myself. And if I hated doing Mary Kay, then I wouldn't go do it again. But I didn't hate it. I loved it. And I'm good at it. And so that's why I'm going to do it again, starting in March. And the other thing is that I have this opportunity to have a mentor that is very good at recognizing who I am and what I need, which is something that is usually not, I don't know how to say this, but I'm just going to say it. It's usually hard for people who are in positions of power or authority when I'm around, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I don't tolerate fake authority very well. If you've earned the respect then of me, then you get it, and if you haven't, then you don't get it at all. Like, and I'm not going to pretend. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I feel like I'd be one of those people in the Bible who died because they would not bend when it, on their beliefs. So, and that is not at all what happened with my last Mary Kay unit. That's not at all. But it's very nice to have just a different style of mentor for this business. And so, and I can't give up the idea that I have what it takes to at least earn a Cadillac. I really love the color pink, and I always have. And I want a pink car, and I want to earn a Mary Kay one. So if I don't try, then that will be my biggest regret. And that's the one reason why, because there's other things that I could do that I possibly could love just as much, but I would wonder, I know I would wonder if I was sitting on my deathbed, I know I would wonder whether or not I could have done that, which is maybe trivial to other people, but to me, that's a little haunting. It's a little haunting because I know inside I could do it. So why not do it anyway? So that's why that struck a nerve or a chord or whatever. And then the next thing, the person who plays the character Cookie on Fox, I couldn't catch her name completely, but she was giving a speech at the Golden Globes, and she said the way that she chooses roles is by how much she's afraid of them and how much they push her. She says, if the role doesn't scare me, I don't want it because it won't change me. And I thought that was really, really very powerful. A lot of us are afraid of failure, but it seems like a lot of artists, like they had other artists up there like Will Smith and some people I didn't know their names, but they all pretty much said the same thing. Like they all, first of all, the one thing that they all have in common is that they are constantly evolving, which I think is part of being a true artist. But the second thing is that they needed the challenge to grow. They needed the challenge to grow, and they failed so many times. Bruno Mars was on this video, and he failed so many times, and I can't even imagine him failing. I feel like I don't know, every time he takes a step, glitter falls from his butt, I know it's weird, but I can't imagine him failing. Bruno Mars, I guess I have a little crush on him. I wish he was a little bit taller anyway. That's not to be mean. I'm just a tall person. So then the last thing is that history belongs to the doers. History belongs to the doers, not the thinkers. So think about what you want to do with your life and go do it. I know you can do it. There are people out there who have made it their lifelong goals to help you do it, and we have access to YouTube, and you clearly know how to use it or you wouldn't be watching this video. So there are no excuses for you, just like there are no excuses for me. And with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and create your own path, at least in some small way. Thank you. Bye.